a look at what some of you guys recommended here. Let's take a look. I see a VTuber in here. Wait, is this the VTuber who I think this is?
He made a tweet that caused a massive uproar on Twitter. And if you're
It is! Yo, chat, look, it's the girl from that had an issue with that other VTuber who thought she was stealing her design and shit. It literally is the same one. Interesting. Okay.
wondering what that tweet was, well, this is it.
I don't trust that much. Wait, I don't trust that much will change under Trump, but he is quite amusing to watch.
And the pitchfork party is running after me.
Really? That's it?
Welcome back, my delinquents. We have an interesting case today with someone who's already had a few cases against them so far on this channel. I say that dramatically, but it's only been really one. But the VTuber Powder. You may remember her from a previous video. I'll try and remember to link it below, where she got in trouble for accusing someone of copying her.
There it is. There it is. It's right there. See? I told you.
And it was a humongous drama. And now we have another one in the news where she's trended around, and I left it for a bit. Mainly because I've been sick. You may be able to still hear it in my voice. But this went all over VTuber Twitter and all that stuff because she said some offensive things, I guess, about politics. I'm gonna be honest, I think the biggest problem here is that she kept engaging, and sometimes with politics it's better just to walk away, especially if you're like very mid of the row, or this is about American politics. We all know how touchy that is at the moment. If you're not American, to not get involved, mainly because, like myself, I'm Australian, I have no dog in this fight. It doesn't affect me like it affects Americans, and realistically, I don't understand the system as well, but I don't think you should be automatically going, oh, you can't find things.
So if I tweet out Trump is fun to watch, people are gonna come after me too. That's just weird.
Because it affects stuff. It's like, yeah, but this doesn't involve us in any way, and if you don't laugh, you cry, right? Sometimes that's all you got. Because for an outsider, some things
wrong.
are
We
just, like,
laugh
so
at them.
and we're just like,
That's true. That's true.
What the hell's happening?
You're not
That's
wrong on that one,
crazy,
actually.
but we're gonna
It's
go
pretty
over this,
fun.
'cause I don't
Even
really
I
know
think
where
it's
I
pretty
stand
funny
on this,
too.
Honestly, either of who's in the wrong, who's just being dramatic, because this kind of happened because Powder called out someone who said something mean about them on a private account, so a locked account. And
So what? Okay, I see how it is. I'll see how it is, Uncle.
then it blew
I see
up.
how it is.
So this is an
I see how it
interesting
is.
one, mainly because it's another one of, if Powder didn't say anything, would have they got in trouble? Probably not, honestly. I think Powder accidentally, self-reported on this, bringing attention to it. And that was actually what turned into the biggest thing about this, is a lot of people saying they're a grifter, trying to make, and I'm going to do my best to flow the timeline here.
All right, let me
But
see.
there was a lot of people weighing in on this, so I'll start with the first one I saw of this. Buggy here, which is the person Powder.
I'm calling you disgusting. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You little fucking shit. I see how it is, bitch. I see how it is. Get the fuck out of my channel, fucker.
Accused of saying that they should off themselves, pretty much. People hate that, but I can't say it on YouTube. Blame them. On their private, honestly, a lot of people's like, oh, you should expect things to be open. But honestly, if you go hunting for it,
She's transcended beyond. I mean, fuck you, Uncle.
I really think you should go to private accounts.
Jeez, I
Some
swear.
people, but I don't know. It's just always rubbed me a little bit the wrong way. Because the whole point is that they're ranting. They're not expecting it to be a proper statement or something. I also think you should never say that about anyone, even if you disagree with them. I don't think you should tell people themselves. But let's go over it and tell me what you think, guys. Buggy. I'm not gonna lie. First of all, I was not telling you to off yourself. I was being dramatic. My private account, because duh. Second of all, I stand my.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can never understand why people have like private accounts. I just can't. I just don't understand. Like, I feel like these people who have private accounts always says the most wild shit ever. You know, like they literally get so emotionally mad and everything, and they just go completely like go ape shit, you know, and calling out people and shit like that, you know. That's why I don't have a fucking private Twitter or anything like that. I'm like, whatever you see on my fucking account, that's basically it, you know. That's it. That's all it is to it.
And most of what I said, I don't support people being ignorant and distasteful about the current state of our world. It's a terrifying time for many communities.
That's probably
To
why.
sit there from your ivory tower saying it's amusing and is gross, and I don't stand by that. Leaking what I said on a private account, posting it publicly, looking for drama is just not what I'm about either. So look me and follow me. I don't give a fuck. Really, y'all, don't be a freak, and I won't call you a freak. Okay. So this connects to the Powder post, which I saw this one first, so I went with Buggy first. Even though Powder posted about it first, I thought it would do it this way. I will say here that, one, again, shouldn't ever tell someone to of themselves. Two, I don't think everyone has to take politics as seriously as each other, mainly because a lot of people feel like they don't really have a say or have any power of the situation, and that's a valid feeling to have. I don't think you can force someone to be as serious about it as you are, and I know it's a privilege to, in the situation, for it to not affect you, because there are a lot of things that don't affect others, and that's why they can not take it seriously. But realistically, for some people, they take the graphic tag of the situation, because a lot of times, especially
And I wear that as a badge of honor, dubstep.
it seems like nothing changes.
That's just how it is.
After time, and I know everything's up in the air in a lot of countries at the moment, and things.
Hey,
are
Joshua.
ooh. But for a lot of people, they don't see change. They just
I
see the
don't
same
have
crap over
one.
and
I don't
over
even
and
have
over
a
again.
second Twitter
So
account.
they don't
There's no
see
point
that
of having a
happen.
second Twitter account.
Let's go to Powders. Let's set this off. This really set off the situation. I have a pretty bleak view of the world. I'm willing to hear people out. Politics brings out the worst in people, but it'll never cease to shock me what some VTubers say on their private Twitter. Don't you think you're taking things a little too far? Again, I do think it was private. Like, you had to go out of your way to find it. And, like, what, 50 people saw it? It's not like a huge thing.
Man, dude, why can't people like be like my two friends or so who are literally like on the both like opposite of the like the political spectrum, but like even to agree to disagree, they can still shake hands, still be friends with each other, play Call of Duty with each other, still say the wildest shit in Call of Duty lobbies, and just have a good time still. I just don't understand that.
And I do agree. Politics
Blue
brings
Sky
out the
is her
worst in people,
main,
but I think
probably.
it's also because politics can bring out people's worst ideologies, because realistically in your day-to-day life, you don't see people's like, I hate XYZ group or whatever crazy extremes you can find in politics are. Like, you don't know those things about people until they like start talking about their politics, and you're like, bro, what the fuck? And that's when you're like, whoa, I had no idea. It's fine to disagree, but you should try and stay to facts and be respectful. And I feel like that's the biggest problem with politics. Facts have left the building. You know, everyone's truth is just their personal truth. But let's go, what Powder is complaining about that they posted on their private? Someone K, this woman, how are you a VTuber and a raging racist idiot? I should have to explain to you current world events like your 5 grow up. So Bug is their private account, but they've tagged their VTuber account, even though it's the private account, which I really feel like.
Wait, so this is their account, but they added their VTuber account? I see. Because your friends have emotional maturity, unlike most people. Well, it's because they don't even bother going on the internet or anything like that, you know? They're like two working, you know, normal working guys. They like anime, you know, they're like normal people who likes anime, plays video games, you know, have a good time. They grew up, you know, without the internet. So until later down the line where they met each other in a Call of Duty lobby and they formed a bond friendship, and then they talked about politics, but they don't hate each other. Like, they agree to disagree, you know? They just shake hands and then that's it. And they just go back and playing video games. That's pretty much it, you know?
I don't know. Tell me what you think on that one. You said the same thing last time he was in charge. How much has changed?
Because their friendship is a lot more stronger than having, you know, different political viewpoints where it like, you know how like some people during the Trump stuff or so, right? they kind of like broke up with their boyfriend or their girlfriend or stopped talking to their parents because they voted for Trump and everything. It's like I'm like, bro, it's not that serious, you know?
If you don't understand the severity of the current actions, then you are too dumb to be saved. And I mean this genuinely. I don't think going to insults is the answer all the time, you know? It's all over social media and the news, so it's not going to be any different coming out of my mouth. I can't make you understand and don't care. So being skeptical of someone due to previous actions is being dumb now. Stop acting like a cultist and answer the question. You are understandable. Skeptical, lots of presidents make promises, unable to uphold those promises. You are not dumb. It's a yikes to see you being called dumb right out the gate. I do think you shouldn't resort to petty insult. If you can, especially when you're having a debate. It cheapens what you're trying to achieve. You can always disagree. You can tell me your point of view. Wanting someone to key me is bruh. Maybe those intrusive thoughts should stay in your head. Honestly, I don't think it was an actual threat or anything. Obviously, they know, like, the dramatic Twitter moment, but I feel like her wording is so much because usually the dramatic Twitter moment is K yourself, not get someone to do it. It's like, I do think if you're gonna say these words, you're asking for a bad time. You know what I mean? It just shouldn't be said. I don't think we share the same humor. Those questions sounds like they are more for her than me. I don't know why she is saying what she says. Only she knows. I can only make assumptions. I think this is like another debate about dark humor. Where is the dark humor lying? A good amount and their personal friends. So maybe she's told to go keep other people. Okay, see, she's saying that she said to go kill them, but there was like just like 10 or 60 people in there. I think it's a bit of a stretch.
It's weird because, like, for me, I grew up in the Void, right? And then the rest of the time, you know, we're over here on this side on the Western Hemisphere, right? And the weird thing about it is, like, I never had an issue with politics whatsoever, you know? I personally don't care, right? Like, I personally don't care about politics, right? Because I'm just kind of like, I don't really give a fuck. It's like, it has no concern of me whatsoever. But I love watching, like, people getting so pissed off and taking it so literal to the point where they break their TVs, break up their freaking, like, boyfriends or girlfriends or their best friends that they've been friends for like over 10 years. All of this other shit. It's fucking funny because it's like, you're a fool. You're an idiot. You're stupid. Why are you doing this? You're just acting a fool of yourself for on the internet for people to laugh at you.
To that point, I can say you shouldn't say that about people, but I don't think she was actually asking someone to hurt her. And then there's some other people in here saying you should expect a private account to become public, but I don't know if that's.
I don't know, to
true.
be honest.
Someone literally has to hunt, friend, and go in there to try and get your information. It's a general idea.
Yeah, to some
X amount of
degree.
people. You know what I mean? It's similar to a private chat. Should you expect all your private chats to become public at some point? Ideally, no, but I don't know. That's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. Why do you think, like, yes, I'm a VTuber, but I don't really consider myself being part of the VTuber community because there's just a lot of bad eggs in the VTuber community, you know? Now, I'm not saying everybody's fucking evil, right? Like, no, there are some people that are pretty good. There's like actual genuine good people that I've met. And then there's some people that are pretty fucking bad. You know, it's just kind of like, you know, that I've seen the bad people. I know one of them. They're learning from their mistakes, you know. They're learning, they're taking repercussions of the problems they've done, which I'm happy that they did, you know. I just wish they haven't. The only problem is they have to make sure, you know, I even told him, I will smack you with this chancla if your ego gets too high again, you know? And that's pretty much it, you know? Like, I thought he was a cool dude. I personally, cause like, he was, take care, QB, be safe, hun. Now you be safe. You get some good rest, okay? Take care, be safe. Thank you for coming by as always. Very much appreciated, so. And, yeah, because I looked up to him because he was a good singer and everything like that. And the funny thing about it is that we had like kind of like the same matching models, you know, back then. It was like a weird coincidence. And unfortunately, you know, his ego got too big. He kind of blew up too fast. And the problem is when a lot of people can't handle, like, you know, blowing up too fast, their ego gets massive, you know? Co is evil, which means we are evil. Villains are vegans. Good night, QB. Good night. Yeah, so I feel like that's like, it plays a role or so. It's like if people blow up or so and they can't handle it or so, right? That's why for me, like, I always criticize myself to like the most about myself, you know? I criticize my content. I always make sure I always say my content is shit, because you want to know something? It really is, because my content is literally the bottom of the barrel of fucking YouTube content. And I know that for a fact. So I don't really care what other people say or criticize me. They'd be like, oh, this VTuber is just only doing reactions. And I'm like, yeah, of course that's all I'm doing, because that's all I can do at the moment, you know? Because number one, I can't afford an editor at the moment to edit videos and, you know, do the content that I want to do, you know, fun content, right? Like, I can't do that shit because number one, I got my own struggles over here, of course, you know, that's number one. So, and that's pretty much even it, you know. I have other shit, but I'm not going to go into it. So, ever notice indie streamers have more common sense than these big name tubers? Well, I don't know, to be honest. For me, I had the mindset of like starting from like ground zero, as in like having no viewers whatsoever, working my way up to get like 1,000 viewers in my stream. That's basically how I see it personally, how I want to climb the ladder in the VTuber realm, you know, and just kind of like work my way up that way. Because you want to know something? At least I get to be able to talk to people instead of having like, let's say 500 people in chat immediately on day one, and then I can't interact with all 500 of you, you know. With here, you know, I don't know how many people are watching me right now, right? But I can interact with you guys, you know, because the chat's moving pretty slow. I get to know new people from my YouTube community to come hang out with me from time to time, you know. It's not all the time they come to hang out with me, but it's from time to time, and I don't mind talking to them. Just recently, we just had a new specific Twitch, not Twitch, but like a new YouTube subscriber that just came and hang out with me for a little bit, and then they left, you know. That's fine. That's not really a huge deal for me, you know. You should see the academic drama. A 15-year-old teen has more sense than a 30-plus-year-old man. That's pretty weird in my personal opinion. You're humble, unlike the twat tubers, because you don't have contracts nor have a sycophant to pander to the weirdos, nor have a celeb ego issue. I've never had a celebrity issue. Never. I've never had any of that issues, to be honest, because I criticize myself way too harshly for myself, right? It's a bad thing, right? It's super bad to always like put yourself down, right? But it works for me specifically because it pushes me to go even further to make better stuff, you know. Like, I've always done that when it comes to drawing. I've always criticized myself every single time when I draw, and I'm like, you could have done this better, you could have done that better, you could have shaded this better, you could have done this and that and that and this, you know. I criticize it to the point that like it completely distraughts me, but then that pushes me even more to make the next art piece even better than the last one, you know. It's the same thing when it comes to content creation, you know. I'm like, I know I can do better content. Like, I know I can. I have the skills for it. But the problem is I don't have the time for it, unfortunately, because I enjoy hanging out with you guys on Twitch. I love talking to you guys. I love hanging out with you guys. I love, you know, just interacting with you guys on like kind of like, you know, a one-to-one basis, and not having to worry about it, you know, not having to worry about like editing something, all this other stuff, right? Like, yeah, that's the only thing, you know, because that's why I don't have a massive ego. I've never had a massive ego to begin with, you know. I've always was a more quiet and vigilant, you know, hardworking person, you know. Mostly these big name Twittertubers have this trait. Iron Mouse is like a rare gem so far. Oh man, that's why I like Iron Mouse, to be honest. Iron Mouse is cool. I would love to have like a conversation and interaction with her. Nicole brings herself down. We lift her up sometimes. Some VTubers are like Thrush, and they are a little, they are annoying little cunts. But if I watch a VTuber, I do my research beforehand. Well, there's not really much research when it comes to me, so. One thing Uncle can't stand when it comes to these branded Western tubers and their mods orbiting in the psychophants is mentality. And yes, man, they can't think for themselves. Zero is also another rare gem. I've never seen too much of Silver Veil though. Well, actually, to be honest, I never really watch any of the big ones because I'm too busy. So
A lot of people are
that's
saying
why.
here, does it mean private? Make it okay. I don't think it makes it okay, but there was a general idea that no one was going to see this. This was not an actual threat. This was just like shit talking among friends or whatever. And I do think her posting it publicly, her posting it publicly blew it up more, but I wouldn't say that's automatically she's in the wrong. This is an interesting thing because we talked about this tricky situation where she got in trouble for a dark humor joke, but now this is fine because it's a dark humor joke. To be fair, I thought dark humor fair game because honestly, people are hypocrites when it comes to this. If it's something they care about, it's not dark humor. But if it's something
Man, I don't give a fuck about dark humor because you want to know something? I watched the Boondocks. I fucking grew up watching the Boondocks when I came over to the world over here. I watched the Boondocks, man. I watched fucking South Park, bro. I fucking like, I watched all of these shows,
something they don't care about, it is dark humor. Yeah, so I would say this is a hypocritical moment, but there are such a variety.
Like I even watched like Filthy Frank too as well, Granted, I didn't see him at the very beginning, right? Like at the start of Filthy Frank. I kind of knew him probably later down the line, so that's pretty much it. I love the Boondocks. Boondocks is probably one of my favorite animated shows.
Of VTuber fans out there. You can't say, oh, this VTuber community is a hypocrite here. These are completely different people almost. And this turned into a lot of people replying back and forth, some people for Powder, some people against Powder. And a lot of people just pointing out that Powder does accidentally, air quotes, I don't know, stir up a lot of drama with their opinions and go a little too far. And this is the one that went further. Here by Caillou, probably amusing to you if you're privileged and too dense to see everything that has already changed. I don't trust that much will change under Trump, but it is quite amusing to watch. Yeah, this is a very sensitive topic for a lot of people, especially Americans of all walks of life. It can be because change can be scary in general, even if you're for or against it, if things change too much. So I can understand why people are upset about this, because a lot of people are sensitive about this time. Americans are worried about America, which is fair. You're allowed to love and be worried for your country. I think he says some pretty silly things, which is no surprise. If things are changing for the worse, in your opinion, I'd like to know what changes he's making you don't like. I'm curious because we may disagree or agree. That is the thing here. And this is the part where it kind of peeved people off, because I don't think it really popped off until around this, where she asks people point of view. They give their point of view.
Yeah, you're right. That's what makes it the weird thing about it, which is kind of funnier.
I just told you why I don't like this. It's like, but why? And then she stops replying, kind of thing, and then does it again, kind of. A lot of people are just a bit annoyed by this.
What the fuck, Sayuri got fucking banned? I just saw that for like a brief second.
She makes her
what the fuck?
Come out like a very vague opinion and kind of pokes the bear a little bit, but won't actually give her opinion on this, and that's where people's like, what the heck? Why? Why do you keep going if you're not actually giving a solid opinion on this? And this is my thought, and even Static Tokyo got brought into this, because Static doesn't mind Powder either. I don't mind Powder either. I see them around. And they were just like, shut up, bro. And then Powder brought Static Tokyo into it, because they were just of the opinion, if you don't have a solid stance, it's better just to put your hands up and be like, bro, I don't know. And that's what I agree. I don't have solid stances on everything. So my thing is, I don't talk about it most of the time unless there's an issue I can.
To be honest, I never heard anything about Blue Sky until like way later,
about, and it's not about politics, it's just about a issue. And that's how most VTubers kind of see it. It's like they care about this thing, but they're not going to get super political about it. And if you don't have a solid opinion, like Powder keeps kind of dancing around the issue, you don't really have to keep engaging in this kind of content. It's
You know, I kind of want to tweet out of like an edit or so of like, you know, you guys know this right here, right? Let me see. I want to do an edit on Twitter, right? With this one here, right? With this. But then like or like maybe this one or something like that, right? But then have it like cropped out, like have this part cropped out and put in this or so for the thing. Let me see. Have this GIF right here, you know? Have this specific GIF or something, you know? They said, man, they're getting rid of the palatillos or so, man. They just signed an executive order that the ice cream truck is not gonna be here anymore. Poor Jorge, he's gonna lose his job. He's gonna go back to Mexico. You just gotta have a stupid edit like that, you know, and just kind of like post it on Twitter. Redeems aren't working. You know something? I would totally do something like that. Maybe I'll probably do it over the weekend, you know? Maybe I'll do it over the weekend, you know? When this video has already been posted or so, you guys will probably see it. I know, man. Poor Juan. We're not gonna get no more freaking ice cream trucks. Thank you for the follow. Welcome.
gonna end messy. And this kind of like escalated further because this is what happens also when you.
Dude, all these people are literally coming for like this issue or so of this VTuber just talking about politics, you know? That's crazy. The redeems aren't working for some apparent reason. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to check to see what's going on with that.
Of opinions or you rage bait. And this is why I wanted to talk about it too. Because I don't know if powder's rage baiting or engagement baiting. Not a clue. But this is a reason why this is.
I know. Tell me about it. I used to eat those. The ice cream truck. Hear the music and shit.
Being pulled into it, the limelight, or in general don't like their opinions you're talking about there, which is everyone's right. And their artist decides to stop working with Powder over this. I
can't say it because it's hard. Palatillo
like,
or something like that. It's something like that. Let me see. How the fuck do you say it? Sorry, we're going on a bit on off tangent. That's not it. That's not the fucking word. Let me see. Paleteria? Paleteria. There you go. I always get confused with that one, so. Paleteria. No more paleteria. Oh no. But yeah.
Pulled into this by being their artist, like going into this kind of rage bait thing. Because a lot of people do avoid rage bait VTubers because it's a lot of extra work. It's a lot of extra drama. Nobody needs that half the time. Regarding recent events, I've discussed things with Powder and have amicably decided to part ways with her as a VTuber artist / rigger.
What? What? Are you serious? Man, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
After finishing up the currently scheduled commissions I have with her, the events of the last few days did not sit well with what I personally stand for. I believe this would be the best decision for myself as an artist in this space going forward. I understand it is a sensitive time right now. I'd appreciate if my clients are kept out of each other's issues in the future as they are their own. That little sentence there says to me that some other people they work with or her herself was getting drawn into this by being the VTuber mama, and that's fair too. Like sometimes a client, even if you enjoyed working with them, if they're pulling you into some bullshit, it's not worth it. Individuals do not represent each other's views.
She's not wrong.
But I do wish sometimes just because someone was a VTuber mother or rigger or something, they didn't get pulled into every situation. It's like, bro, I took a kid, I did their model. I'm not their bestie. Like, that doesn't mean they actually know each other, guys.
Heladros? What the fuck is a
collab with
heladros?
someone and not really know them. This goes into Static Tokyo. So this situation, Static Tokyo made a little video pretty much
Addressing recent events. I can't take this seriously. I'm gonna be honest. When a VTuber touches politics,
saying
the average Twitter user. Helados. Oh, okay.
video quickly, telling Powder, you know, stop, just shut up, just stop, because they were getting themselves into more trouble, which tends to be the case with these situations. And then Powder makes a Twitter cancelled me retort over this, even though not really. I would say they got a debate back and forwards, but
Hello, YouTube.
they weren't cancelled. No one really made a video on it. I didn't, guys. I was sick, and I have like a bajillion videos in the backlog, so I was sick, and I was like, oh, I don't want to touch this right now. I'm dying. Static Tokyo didn't make a video. I didn't see many people actually make a video on the Powder situation, but Powder released a video themselves. And of course, there was tons of memes about how she's trying to cancel herself for clout. A+ memes. But again, cannot confirm or deny Powder's thought process on this, because Powder has been in trouble in the past, honestly.
Yeah, true.
I feel like maybe Static just has it right that they need to, like, know when to stop, because sometimes that is a skill, knowing when to stop.
Yeah,
So
that's
let's go
true.
over their
That's
video.
100% true.
I recently made a tweet that caused a massive uproar on Twitter. And if you're wondering what that tweet was, well, this is it. My tweet has over 1 million views, and the Pitchfork Party is running after me. And if you make a vague tweet...
And a lot of people do say about this that she takes it a bit out of context. True, because this is not where it started. That was just an opinion inside of a bigger problem that was happening at the time. It kind of just kept snowballing down. So yes, I'll give it that.
about Trump, this is what's gonna happen. People find this opinion so hard to believe. They're calling me a dog-whistling alt-right Nazi grifter. And I just don't get it. These people are absolutely unhinged. Love him or hate him, Trump is pretty amusing.
A short time from now, we are going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
Man, dude, that shit was funnier. So when he actually said that shit was hilarious. Dude, 4 years of this, man. 4 years of this. It's free content, man. Free content for 4 years with this guy.
And we will restore the name.
Other people were upset with the fact that I said I don't trust much will change. Am I wrong? Our president's known for...
Well, things have changed, actually, to be honest. There's some things that have been that has been actually slowly changing. So, just saying.
fulfilling their campaign promises. They're gonna serve the rich and powerful while their constituents play the game of left versus right party politics. If you guys can't see that, it's over.
They're eating the dogs.
That's the kind of thing a lot of politicians don't shoot Jack, but I don't think calling people stupid for thinking something bad can happen is the right course of action here either.
Yeah.
Or saying, oh, you don't get it. Because some politicians do exactly what they promise. Or
Yeah.
worse. So just because he promised something doesn't mean that's exactly what he's going to do. But it doesn't mean that what he's going to do is going to be good or bad or whatever. That's the thing. The unknown is the scary part.
See, humans are always scared about the unknown. That's the one thing I've always learned about you guys. You guys are always scared about the unknown, the mystery, you know?
I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
You look stupid right now. You don't look
This is where they bring in static.
educated a little bit.
Get your education.
I'll be an asshole. That's kind of an asshole. But you get what I'm saying. Just shut up. Stop talking. Don't say anything else. Just be quiet. It'll be okay, gang. Just shut up. Just don't talk anymore. You're done, okay? You're done.
Yeah, and I find it funny she pulls at him when he was the only, like, bigger person to actually make a video, or the only person to make he made a little clip on Twitter. But is he wrong, though? To quote her, is he wrong? Would it have been better to just whoop? Because I feel like this was the Lucast, warmest take to double so down on, like, and make so many posts and many stuff on, because this was such a, oh, Trump can be amusing. oh, I don't think anything can change. But let me double triple down and you're an idiot if you don't agree. Like, bro, like, just say it's like, oh, I don't have a serious response because I don't know. Like, that would have been so much easier. But trying to make people look stupid for actually caring, I don't think is a good response. But again, on the other side, I don't think bullying someone for not caring as much is also good. That's also bad. Like, it's all very extreme for no reason.
Like, if she doesn't know, she doesn't know. Okay, I kind of understand the gist of the video itself. So she posted on Twitter, right? It's like, ha ha ha, funny orange man, great content in the future. And then it's just kind of like, you know, it's just kind of like whatever, you know. I don't know. I don't really take it that serious, in my personal opinion. I think she definitely posted it for rage bait, to be honest, in my personal opinion. I think that's what it is. Yeah, she's definitely doing it for like engagement and stuff like that, to get relevancy and stuff. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really care. I personally don't care. It's whatever. I got my own problems at the end of the day. It's kind of like whatever. When it comes to pissing off the left, mention Trump. When it comes to pissing off the right, mention China. Oh wait, China. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't really care personally. Like, someone can say some random shit on Twitter or something, I could really care less. I'm just like, I read it. I think it's like, if it's something stupid, I just say, it's stupid. Next. And I just scroll down and just kind of like, just keep, you know, kind of look at something else or so. Either like a drawing or something, you know. But that's about it. Yeah. Anyways, I kind of got the gist of it. It's kind of like, it's whatever. She just posted like she doesn't know. Like, she doesn't know. I don't know where she's from, so I have no idea, right? So she's just like posting her so that she doesn't know what's going on. And, you know, it's just like, she thinks that nothing changes with Trump or something or whatever. And she just thinks the orange man is funny. That's it. Nothing really that serious. I don't really personally see it that serious, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. Anyways, that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. Yeah, you know, like I said, you can watch the rest of the video if you guys want to or so. Like I said, it's always the channel's always pinned down in the comment sections, always, you know, under sources. So if you want to go, you know, give them a subscribe or so and follow them, you know, watch their content and stuff like that and support them, go ahead. But at the end of the day, it ain't that serious. It's just twatter. It's just twatter being twatter, as always. That's the end of the video, and peace.